welcome to Diecast Restos. My name is Jason and today I'm going to be customising this MINICHAMPS Ford Focus. This is a commission piece for Jake, who I previously customised a second generation Renault Clio for last year. That project was to accompany his Festival of the Unexceptional Concours de l'Ordinaire entry. At the time of recording this video, Jake's Focus has been accepted into the 2026 event, due to be held on the 25th of July. This will essentially be a paint strip and recolour, with the addition of some personal touches. But as simple as that sounds, nothing is ever straightforward in this game. Jake's car is a first generation 2001 Ford Focus 1.6, which has just over 99,000 miles on the clock. His dad originally bought the car in 2003, before he sold it to his father later in the year. Jake's granddad owned this car for 19 years up until his passing in 2022. Jake and his dad kept the car in the family, going on to make extensive welding repairs and giving it a full external respray. Since then, Jake has also had a few extra bits done to the paintwork and plastic trim, as well as having the wheels refurbished. Throughout, the car has remained completely stock, aside from the addition of parking sensors being fitted to assist his granddad in 2008. I know that experience well. My own late grandfather announced his arrival at my parents' house once with a literal bang as he had driven straight into their garage door. Jake says that once the car has had its show year and performed in the concours at Photo, he will continue to restore the car until it is like new. They will keep it in the family for years to come, to serve as a memory of a husband, father and grandfather. And hats off to them both from me for the commitment of keeping the now 25-year-old motor in tip-top condition. This build will be a tribute, and I'll do my utmost to have it looking as good as possible. I would say that the work really begins here, but let me tell you, disassembly and reassembly of these larger scale models is no walk in the park. All those riveted in and moulded in pieces are a nightmare to remove, and they're almost as difficult to return to the Model 2. The model itself is the 5-door version of the Focus, though MINICHAMPS did produce both the 3-door and estate body styles, but not the 4-door saloon variant. This silver model was released as an official Ford Dealership Edition promotional model and came in branded Ford packaging. There was a standard issue car in light metallic blue. The 3-door version did come in a dark metallic red matching Jake's car, but obviously it was the wrong body shape for him. Those 3-door cars were also coloured metallic blue or green, while the estate came in metallic blue, red or black. This isn't the first Mark I Focus model that I've worked on. In the summer of 2023, I customised Real Toys Focus WRC to recreate Colin McRae's 2001 World Rally Championship car. I'll leave a link to that here in case you're interested. Now coming up is a reminder why it's so important to wear your safety gear. Some of the metal prongs of my new brush quickly detached and shot straight towards my eye. I'd completely forgotten about my safety specs. Thankfully, you couldn't hear my expletive over the sound of the rotary tool. But let's move on as we now primer the body ready for paint. The bulk of the paint mix for Jake's car is Vallejo's True Metallic Metal Ruby Red, with a few drops of Kaleido Colorworks Black to darken it to the desired shade. I was having airflow issues on the first coat, and I couldn't quite figure out why. Turns out the mixture was a bit too thick, and it needed thinning down, so coat 2 lays on far better. Once we reach coat 3, I think you'll agree we're really cooking on gas. So let's have a word on the real Ford Focus, shall we? It launched in 1998 as the replacement for the ageing and widely criticised European Escort. Ford desperately needed a competitive family hatchback after years of losing ground to rivals such as Volkswagen's Golf, Opel or Vauxhall's Astra, and Peugeot's 306. The Focus represented a complete reset for the company. It carried the bold New Edge design language that looked dramatically more modern than the conservative Escort it replaced. It would be developed almost completely from scratch. It introduced sophisticated rear control blade independent suspension, giving it a combination of sharp handling and ride comfort far superior to most family hatchbacks of the era. It was praised for its steering feel, interior packaging and its styling, while it scored well during crash testing. On launch, it would quickly become the benchmark for its segment. It gained a reputation for being an ordinary hatchback that was enjoyable to drive and unexpectedly engaging. It would win the European Car of the Year award in 1999, as well as numerous accolades in the motoring media. In later years, it was repeatedly voted one of the best used cars money could buy. Despite the acclaim, the Mark I wasn't perfect. The interior plastics felt cheap on lower trim levels, smaller petrol engines lacked performance, and early examples suffered from electrical gremlins. It could also suffer with rust further down the line. During its 6-year lifespan from 1998 to 2004, there were several developments to the Focus. This included a Mark 1.5 facelift in 2001, which had revised headlights and grille, improved interior materials, and updated engines and tech. 2002 saw the launch of the ST170 Performance version, which had undergone chassis upgrades, plus had a 6-speed gearbox and 170 brake horsepower. Also arriving in 2002 was the Focus RS, the limited production hot hatch which featured aggressive bodywork and rally-inspired engineering that kicked out 212 brake horsepower. It was replaced by the Mark II in 2004, though some enthusiasts felt that it lost some of the original car's raw steering and daring design. The Mark I had been a huge commercial success. Over 4 million were built globally during its life cycle, frequently topping sales charts. It is now being recognised as a true classic, as can be attested by Jake's successful entry into the Festival of the Unexceptional concours. So I have done a lot of exterior plastic trim detailing to the body and have given the light clusters a chrome base coat. This will help the plastic lighting pieces appear more realistic, with that instead of red as a backing. I tried desperately to get the Ford badges to adhere, but due to the curved nature of the raised cast badge area, they just wouldn't stick. The only decals that went on in the end were the front registration plates and rear Focus badge, while the rear registration plate is printed onto thicker photo paper and stuck directly to the model. There was originally a black plastic piece attached to this area, I guess acting as a number plate surround. I had a tough time removing it, so I left the paint stripper to dissolve it so that I could work with a flat metal space instead. But now though, it is time to reassemble this model, which is no easy feat. I use Yoo-Hoo universal adhesive to ensure the pieces are held firmly in position. These indicator lenses just needed a little top up of orange as some print had come away. So now please sit back and relax as I reassemble the rest of this Focus. This is how the Ford Focus by MINICHAMPS looked to begin with. My design brief from Jake for this one was simple: change its colour. He did also ask for wheels more reflective of his granddad's old Focus, but unfortunately as things stand, I haven't been able to source anything. But rest assured, if this changes, I will arrange a set for him. Otherwise, it just needed those personal touches, such as the registration plates changing. So let's see how it appears now. I'm very happy with the paint colour. It takes time mixing and correcting, a lot of it. I think it's a good match. As long as Jake is happy with the outcome, I am satisfied. You'll be able to see this custom along with the real car at this year's Haggerty Festival of the Unexceptional on the 25th of July. I'll be there too, so come along and say hi if you see me. I'll be the one with the eye patch from my earlier injury. Just kidding, but seriously though, always wear your safety gear, folks. I just want to give a shout out to my loyal channel supporters. Thanks for your pledges on YouTube memberships and Patreon. I'll soon be adding extra perks like my decal designs being available for download to all members. Please sign up if you'd like to also support Diecast Restos. Be sure that you're subscribed here to stay up to date with my releases, and do leave a like if you enjoyed this one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.